Hello everyone. I want to welcome all of you back and congratulate you with a new achievement. We are moving on to a new section and we are moving on to a level of knowledge where we will learn new things that will add action to our classes. Basically, our classes are going to become action-packed. Okay? Now, before we move forward, we said there are a couple of things that I would like to remind you. One is Java is an object-oriented programming language. What does object-oriented programming language mean? It means that everything in Java is oriented towards objects. And we said everything in Java is based on classes. So if you remember, we created our own classes like gym membership, repetition, scanner defect, etc. All the classes that you see in your tree, in your package explorer. And when you create an object, when you instantiate a variable of that class type, that's when you're creating an object. So class becomes an object when you start using it. Okay? So something else I would like to remind you is I'm sure you will never forget string class. Neither will you forget system or scanner classes, right? This is mostly referred to as a special non-primitives. This is our class we use for outputs, and this is our class we use for inputs, correct? Now, we also said that these classes are located in packages. Now we're going to look at what Java, where are these packages are. Because by looking at where these packages are, we will confirm that Java has a huge library of pre-developed classes to make our lives easy. So you do not have to create a string class of your own. You do not have to create system or scanner classes, correct? Now, before we move on, there's a couple things that I want to remind you also about. We said that when we use string or system, we do not have to import them because they belong to java.lang package, right? And this package is being automatically imported by Java. However, when we use scanner class, we say we need to import java.util package. Now, without further ado, let's look into something very special. And if you've been curious, you probably reached out to this. But if you have not seen this, you're gonna have fun during this short video. Okay, let's go back to our Eclipse. And I closed all our classes and I cleaned up our console so our Eclipse platform interface looks empty, right? So we're not distracted. Because what we're going to focus on is the package explorer. This is our project, first project. This we created in the very beginning, and we're going to create new projects down the road. But right now, this is the only thing we have in our package explorer. If you have other projects, congratulations, great. But if not, basically, this is the only thing we have. And we have an SRC folder where we keep our packages and classes located in these packages. Now look at this structure, right? Project name, source folder, packages, and classes within packages. We did not create this structure. This structure comes from Java itself as a common practice. Okay, we skipped over this JRE system library, Java SE 1.8. Now, let's actually do this. Let's open this up. What you see is a lot of jar files here. We'll not dive into details of what a jar file is. We'll look into it down the road. But let's do this. Let's look into rt.jar folder. RT stands for runtime. Now, open it up. Okay, this looks a little bit familiar. There are a lot of packages similar to the package structure that we had. Let me scroll down. There are maybe like hundreds of packages here. You remember how our section packages look under source folder? Basically, let's assume our t.jar is a source folder, and we have a lot of packages. And this color of a package, orange color of a package, means there are classes inside. Let me do this. Scroll down. These are com.sun.corebot.se blah 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 packages, right? They don't look familiar to us, so you can look into them when you get a chance. But let's scroll down and try to see if we find something familiar. Hold on. We scroll down and look what we found. java.lang. Now, don't be surprised when we find our string class inside. If you open up java.lang, scroll down, you'll have tons of classes, which we'll see down the road. You even have a class called class. I don't know what that does, honestly, but feel free to explore. Scroll down. Congratulations, we just got surprised. We have a string class. Double click on it. This is what a string class is. In my computer, it says source is not found. And we will need to, basically the same will probably need to happen to you. You'll need to attach your source by finding your JRE or JDK folders. So do a Google search on this and attach your source here if you want to read the code, or string class definitions and methods can also be found in Google instead of your machine. Okay, so basically, let's close that class. We assume we did not open it. So this is what happens every time we say string. Java goes into java.lang package, comes up to the string class, and does whatever we ask it to do. When you open up the string, this opens up fields and methods of a string class. We'll not dive into the differences of these or details, so we'll get back to them at a later stage. Let's see what else did we say is there is under lang class. System, correct? Here you go. System.class within lang package, java.lang package. And you have system, we used system.out. Here you go, it's a field, system.out, and we're gonna leave it there. You also have system.in, if you remember from scanner. So we're gonna leave it there. Great, what else did we say we have out there? We have a scanner class that we've seen, correct? So scroll down, scanner class, we need to import from java.util package. Right here, we found java.util package, open it up, expand it, scroll down. Here is our scanner class. If you open it, you will see fields, you will see methods. If you scroll down all the way, there are a lot of new information for us, but what we're looking for is next. Next int. This is what we've been calling next line, next long, next short. There is, we haven't looked at it, but obviously you can assume there is next float, next double, next byte, next boolean, next big integer. We'll look at these later, and next. If you scroll up, we're gonna find char at, I believe, in this. No, char at belongs to something else. But basically, all the methods are here within scanner class that is located within java.util package. Okay, so everything that we're calling from Java library basically is stored in this RT package, RT jar folder. And within this RT, you have all these packages, and within these packages are the classes that you've been using. In our content material, we're going to provide a few other packages that might be useful. This is just for your information. But again, two major packages we're going to remember here are java.lang and java.util. Java.lang is being imported by default. Java.util, we need to import it every time we need to use a class from within. And so in our next class, we're going to be using math class methods coming from java.lang. Open up java.lang, scroll down, and you will see math class here. And we're going to look at some methods of this math class in our next video. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you very much for your time, and have fun coding and exploring.